Hello everyone, it's Vesky here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we'll be racing some F1 cars around Road Atlanta circuit. Obviously, Formula 1 announced they'll be racing in Miami next year around a new street circuit, but I thought it would be fun to look at what it might have looked like if they were to have chosen an already established purpose-built track in the US. Now I personally feel that Road Atlanta is a perfect track for F1. You've got the super fast sweeping turn 1 and the equally fast downhill S's section to show off how speedy and aerodynamic these modern cars are, as well as the long back straight, which is perfect for the DRS overtakes that we've all become accustomed to, which will then lead into the hard braking zone to encourage those big last second dive bombs we all love to see. Now obviously they have their reasons for picking the Miami track over the existing circuits, one of them being that they would have to dish out a fair bit of money to upgrade them to FIA Grade 1 specifications. But luckily, we don't have those limitations in the virtual world, so let's get into it. Right, so here we go, just pulling out of the pit lane. We're going to do a quick side lap before having a first go around this track. Now unfortunately we come out just after turn 1, so we'll have to wait until next time round, but you can see immediately we're into the fast downhill S's section, which is just awesome to go through in these cars flat out before heading on to this small straight here down the back, which is going to lead us into it. It's kind of like the Lesmos at Monza, just a quick right here into another sharp right before heading onto the back straight, which this is the straight I was talking about with that'll be perfect for DRS. So you can see a nice long straight. It's got a bit of elevation up onto it before we get to the downhill section here heading into the chicane. So just taking it nice and easy now. We're gonna go for a flying lap in a second. You see it's crucial to get a good run out of this chicane, and also very hard to keep the car stable going over the hill there as the car gets light as you get to the top. But now we're going to go for a flying lap. So nice and fast through turn 1. It's not the quickest I could have gone, definitely going to go faster. But also very quick corner through here, you can use that curb, and now flat out through the S's section as we go right, left and right again before having to brake for this uphill left hand. The car gets a bit light going up there as well, so you've got to be careful on the power. Now it's a very short straight going flat out into the Lesmo-like section here before we head on to the back straight. You can see enabling DRS and not using any overtake just yet. We're going to save that for a bit later. But just for now, just getting an idea of how quick you can take this track as we now head into the big braking zone for the quick left-right chicane. Going a bit deep there, almost losing it. And yeah, that's definitely not what you want to be doing on a quali lap around here, because that's going to cost you time all the way down as you head through the fast flat-out right-hander across the line. Yeah, we're going to go back and change part of the setup now and try and set another lap. Right, so here we go, made a couple setup changes and it's time to see what sort of lap time we can set. So into the fast right hand, you can see carrying more speed this time around, could probably carry a bit more around, and you'll see we do later on in the race. But flying through this quick section here as we go now into the S's, it's not looking good with the couple cars in front of us, and as you can see as we come uphill, Valtteri Bottas going very slow and losing the rear end, and that's the lap over for us. But we were already a second up as we got to that point, so I think we might as well just head on to the race and see what we can do. Right, so here we are on the grid. We're going to be starting in last place, and it's going to be a quick, nice, short, snappy 10-lap sprint race to just get a grip on what kind of race F1 could have around here. I'm expecting a lot of moves down that back DRS straight and a few sends into that last big braking chicane. So yeah, let's just get straight into the race, I guess. Lights go out and away we go for the race. I'm not gonna just blast past the AI here. Unfortunately, Assetto Corsa doesn't have the best AI getting off of the grid, so just gonna take my time here and wait for the first corner. And yeah, now it's time to start making some moves, as the AI getting a bit banked up here. Going too wide through this section really isn't a great idea, but you can see they're just backing out. I thought about going for a move on Raikkonen there, but decided better against it. It's a 10-lap race, so yeah, we've got a bit of time, but see they're going full speed down into the right-hander here, holding it down the inside, but yeah, that sideline's a bit quicker. Luckily, a bit of traffic there helps me get the move. We're still side by side though, so full ERS, DRS open, and there's the move on Kimi. Now, heading down the straight, you can see a lot of moves happening up ahead, actually down this big straight. A lot of DRS wings open, and now we head into the chicane. Can we make anything happen? It doesn't look like it. We're going to have to sit behind. Actually, Latifi there getting sent a bit wide there by Carlos Sainz as we now head on to lap 2. So, actually Carlos Sainz up ahead, going very slow through there, so having to go out on the grass, but now being able to sweep around the outside of turn 1 there. And yeah, already 1 lap down, and we've moved up 5 places and been a few sends as a Ferrari gets hit off to the right side there. So bad day for the Ferrari team here at Road Atlanta. But it's now all eyes forward on Pierre Gasly, and we're going to get a better run out of the left-hander there, getting full ERS and DRS down this straight, and move not quite done yet. He goes around the outside. That line is definitely superior to holding the inside, but trying to get the run down onto the back straight, not quite able to do it, getting full engine mode here, trying to close in on him, but unfortunately we just don't quite have the juice to close up to the back of that Alpha Tauri's head into the chicane. Anything happening up ahead doesn't look like it, but trying to focus on getting a run onto the main straight, which Gasly definitely did not get as we dive down the inside as we go through the fast right-hander, and we just about get the move done there using DRS to help get ahead. But you can see flying through turn 1 here, definitely getting a grip on it as we try and send it down the inside of Valtteri Bottas there. He's going to hold the outside, a bit of wheel banging, and he gets back ahead, so just having to follow and bide our time now as we head through the S's section. Can we get a good run through here like we did last lap? We certainly can. We're going to dive it down the inside, but he's going to have the outside line, like I said, and he just whacks into us. Unfortunately, that's the limitations with the Assetto Corsa AI. Just unfortunately, sometimes they can go a bit whack like that, and you can see he's still on our outside there, but we get the move done with ERS and DRS there as we head down the main straight. But now we're just going to cut forward a little bit to about halfway through lap 4. You can see we've caught right up to our teammate there, and there goes Antonio Giovinazzi in the Alpha off to the left-hand side. There's this little bit of pack here, and our teammate Esteban Ocon is our next target, and you can see as we head onto the straight we get a better run out of that last right-hander there, and we're going to use DRS and go to the outside as we head into the chicane. We're going to have to hold around the outside. He's still there, a little bit of contact, and Daniel Ricciardo and the McLaren getting sent a bit wide like we saw with Latifi earlier on, but we get 2 moves in 1 effectively there as we head on to lap 5 now. So now time to charge up the battery, but there you can see at the top MGK delivery on charging, and we're going to hunt down the 2 Aston Martins, Lance Stroll and Sebastian Vettel. 5 laps in, we're already gone from 20th to P9, so not a bad race. I imagine any real team would be happy with that sort of movement through the field, but you can see already we've caught right up to the back of Sebastian Vettel, and there could very potentially be a move on as we head onto the back straight. You can see really going for a good run, and Vettel gets a very, very poor run, so you can see very easily there activating DRS and getting through on the German. He's still there, actually. It's not over. He's going to have a better run as we head into the chicane, so he might be going for a dive bomb like I was suggesting earlier on, and I'm going to have to hold it. You can see there he is trying to get the move back, but we have the inside for the next right-hander, so we pull ahead, and now we've just got to try and chase down Lance Stroll. You can see setting the MGK back down to charging to try and make sure we have as much battery as possible, because that is a long back straight and a lot of battery can be used up if you're trying to pull an overtake. But this first sector is definitely where I am quickest over the AI, and you can see already closing right into the back of Lance Stroll as we now head up the uphill left-hander there and getting a good run once again. The AI doesn't seem to like that corner very much, and as we head into the double right-hander here, we are right behind him, so very potentially might be able to go for a similar move that we did last lap on his teammate, but he gets a better run than Vettel did. So we're going to deploy everything we have, but it looks like a bit of a stalemate at the moment. But as we get towards the end of the straight, actually, we've got a really good slipstream, and we're going to have to go to the inside and try and go for a bit of a dive, but he blocks us off there. and unfortunately we're not able to get the move, but you can see the car got a little bit loose there for him as we head onto the straight. We're not going to be able to go down the inside like we did on Gasly earlier, but now as we head down the main straight, no charging this time, we're going full deployment and we're going to dive down the inside of turn 1 and we get the move on the Canadian. And next up, Max Verstappen in P6. It's a bit of a gap, so it might take a lap or two to catch him down, but yeah, just head down and see how far we can go. And as we cut forward, you can see it didn't actually take us that long, only about a lap there, and we are already right on the back of Max Verstappen as we head through the S's. And as we know, we're going to get a good run as we come up the hill there, and we go down the inside of Verstappen, and a much easier move than Bottas earlier on. Verstappen actually behaving there, and we get the move, but now we're going to be able to go for a move on Lando Norris down the back straight. It's once again looking like a bit of a stalemate, but as we go further down the straight, looks like we have a bit of top end. Maybe we have a lower wing than Lando has on this setup. So if we go around the outside, Lando not trying to go for a big dive bomb there, and we move up into P5 with 2 laps to go. Can we get a podium? The podium's only just ahead up there. You can see Sergio Perez in P3 as we have 2 laps to go, but first we have to get through the AlphaTauri of Yuki Tsunoda. And you can see we're getting a good run. Can we go for a move? No, just backing out there. Remembering, like I just said before, what happened with Bottas. Just want to play it safe and actually try and get to the end of this race. And we know we're going to get a good run, and Yuki has a really, really big slide heading up the hill there, so that's a fairly simple and easy move there. Now up ahead, Sergio Perez trying to go for a move on Lewis Hamilton, and that slows him right down. So we're going to be right behind him as we come onto the main straight. Are we going to have the speed to go for a move into the chicane, or even beforehand? As we go full ERS deployment, obviously DRS open, and we are closing right in. We're going to have to go for a move to the inside of the chicane. Are we going to hold on to it? Not quite. A bit of contact there, and Perez is going to hold on, so a bit of argy-bargy. Yeah, we're just going to have to get our head down for this last lap and see what we can do. Can we get on the podium? That'll be a pretty good result for this race. Only 10 laps, of course. And we get a good run through turn 1 as per usual. We're going to be right behind him as we head through the S's section. And yeah, just going to have to keep as close as possible and see if Perez gets a good run or not. We head up the hill. It actually wasn't too bad. Not quite able to go for a move there. I feel like I wouldn't be far up enough for the AI to kind of register that. So we're going to wait for the back straight here. This is going to be our last opportunity to make a move. We've got plenty of ERS. This is what we wanted to save it for. We've got DRS open and we're closer than last time. We're going to go for a move. We're going to go to the outside this time. I feel like it's better to be on the inside for the second part of the chicane. And we're going to try and force him to the inside to try and make him go slower through the corner. But a bit of a lock up there, not what we wanted, and Perez able to get through. So unfortunately there, not quite able to get on the podium, but P4, not a bad result for a 10-lap sprint race. And that was mega, mega fun around there. I would definitely enjoy to see a race around this track. But anyway guys, that's going to be it for this video. I really enjoyed this one. As I said, it was mega, mega fun. I'd love to see an F1 race around here. I feel like these cars really suit this circuit. Plenty of overtaking opportunities and plenty of areas to show off just the sheer speed that these F1 cars can have and carry through corners. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed, please do be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content, to stick around for more. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.